What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Hero Ranking episode. We are going over Quicksilver. To caveat, all these cards' rankings are my own opinion, and we faced Sabretooth 4 times, one in each aspect. So take that into account for these cards are being ranked against that specific scenario, and they may be higher or lower depending on who the villain is and with what cards are paired with. So with that, let's get into it. First card on the block is his hero card. His hero card I put as a numero 4. It's a 1/1/1, pretty low stat line, but we'll see why. Super speed response. After you use one of the Quicksilver's basic power, thwart, attack, or defense, ready him. So basically, he's a 2/2/2 on one turn, and because I put him as a 4, because if you add on to his things, I think he should have one that boosts each one of these by 1. So in the end, he could become a 4/4/4 if you're using one of these abilities twice, or if you're adding +1 into either of these depending on aspect. So that's why he's a 4. He's a hand size of 5, hit points 9, kind of on the lower side, but it's all right. There's no image for that one. That's rare, I think. So this one is a 3. Let's do the old. Let's just open this up like this then. Here we go. Perfect. Pietro Maximoff, 3 recovery. Civilian superpowered siblings. Action. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead if Wanda Maximoff is in play. Limit once per round. Hand size 6. Hit points 9. Sorry. Now this is the same exact ability as Scarlet Witch, which I think is kind of cool. But it's a 3 because, being able to kind of what's the word? I can't think of the word. Mess with your hand. There's a word for it. I can't think of it. Mess with your hand. Be like, I don't want these 2 cards. Let's draw 2 more. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a hand size of 6, hit points still 9. Moving on to next is Scarlet Witch herself, which I actually put her as a 4 because I really like her ability. Let's see if she pops up. She's a 3/1/1/3. 1/1 stat line is kind of low, but that's alright because her interrupt. When you use one of Scarlet Witch's basic powers, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, Scarlet Witch gets +1 to that power for this use. So, honestly, I think this is a very decent card. I'd love to get her out onto the field. That way I can use her to thwart or attack and possibly get those extra +1 for however many boost icons are on that card. Sometimes it didn't really work out and it was a 0, but that's the role you're playing with Scarlet Witch, and it's a wild resource. Moving on to Always Be Running. Always Be Running is a... what is a 2? I did put it as 2. Okay, it's a 1-cost event to ready Quicksilver, and it's an energy resource. Basically, this allows you to ready up twice within your turn using his hero card's abilities. So he could attack, thwart, well, not really defend. He could attack, thwart 3 times in 1 turn, which is still very good. Why did I put it as a 2? I won't lie to you, I do not remember, but it is what it is. It could possibly be bumped up to a 3, but I think, oh, I remember now. It's a 2 because I think you really can only play this card when he is built out more. I think that's when it really shines. When he's got 2/2/2 stat line from his cards, 2/2/3, 2/3/2, whatever. And that's when this can really shine itself. Otherwise, if there's nothing out there, it's just attacking or thwarting 1/1/1, which is still not horrible, but it's better when he's built out. Moving on to Double Time. Double Time I put as a 4. 2-cost event, superpower, hero action, choose 2 of the following. You may choose the same option twice. Deal 2 damage to an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So when I was playing this, I didn't realize choose 2 of the following. This always happens when I play too fast and I don't read the actual card. I just assume I have to pick one. So this was going to be ranked a lot lower. But when I realized it's choose 2 of the following and it can be one of the same twice, then I realized this was a much more powerful card after I did all those games. So that's that. It's a mental resource as well. Maximum velocity. Maximum velocity is a 3. 2-cost event, superpower, max 1 per phase. Hero action, you get +2, +2, and +2 until the end of the round. So the whole round, even through the villain phase. It's a physical or strength resource. This is what I mark this as. I mark this as a 3 because it's very good. Because this is also a good time to play this and always be running. That would be a great time if you have those 2 cards. This card, adding on to always be running, probably bumps always be running up. But I'm also looking at these cards as individual, but also within the whole card. So yeah, that's why it's a 3. It buffs him up real high to swing for a lot, multiple times. Moving on to Speed Cyclone. Speed Cyclone I marked as a 3 as well. It's X-cost event, superpower, hero action, stun X enemies. It's an energy resource. Now basically however much you cost, however much you pay, is how many enemies you can stun. Very good card, very powerful. 1 cost just to stun the villain. Okay, easy decision. It really should be a 4, but I put it as a 3 for some reason. It was a while since I played the game, so yeah. Moving on to Serval Industries. Serval Industries is a 2. 1 cost support, alter ego action, location, X Factor. Exhaust Serval Industries. Shuffle 2 Quicksilver cards from your discard pile into your deck. So mental resource. This is very good. The supports are always very low to me for some reason. But I like the idea of shuffling cards into your deck, especially when your deck is really low. I think it's wise when the deck is low and you have this out to flip if you can. That way you can get 2 cards you want right away. That way when you flip, you can play them out. For instance, you could flip, shuffle back in, what was it, maximum velocity, and always be running back in your deck. That way you can use those for your next turn, which is a pretty good thing that I didn't think about till now. But there you go. Accelerator Reflex is going to be a 3. 2 cost upgrade. Accelerated Reflex. Condition superpower. Condition Quicksilver gets +3 defense. Now I know this and the next 2 cards are basically going to be the same. They're all going to be 3s, basically because they bump him up. They bump him up +1, which is what he needs, especially since he's a 1/1/1. They could have made a stat like 2/2/2 and given him 3 different cards, but I think that would have been making the hero a little bit too powerful. Friction resistance, that's a different one. Oh, I don't know why this one's in the middle. Okay, friction resistance is a 3. 3 cost upgrade, conditions, superpower. Hero response, after you ready Quicksilver, ready this card. Exhaust friction resistance, generate a strength resource. It is a strength resource itself. So, as I say, most of Heroes resource generators are 2 usually in my book, unless they kind of allow the ability to use the resource for anything. And honestly, this card may actually go up in the future because you can ready it back up when you ready Quicksilver. So you really got to be thinking to play this, to exhaust this first before you do anything with Quicksilver. That way you can ready it up again. It's essentially 2, actually it's as paired with always be running. You could have 3 extra resources in a turn. Yeah. And if you exhaust this to play always be running, it pretty much unexhausts itself by using that card. A little break there. So that's why this is a 3. And we're moving on to hyper perception, which we kind of already talked about. It's +1 thwart, but it's a mental resource. That's going to be a 3. Reinforce anew, +1 attack. It's a physical resource. And that's going to be a 3 as well. So we're going to move these to 3 sections. All right, those are the overall cards, which aren't bad. I like them. I don't know. I'm going to have to deck build around them more. I use some from Marvel CDB, but I don't know if I like the decks that much, especially in Sabretooth. But otherwise, we are going to be giving this a 7.5 out of 10. You can really see that. It's 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think each card should be, if it should be up or should it be lower, or what you think he should be out of 10. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and as always, please like and subscribe, and there are links in my socials to the details below. Other than that, have a great night. Deuces.